Can you believe I've got this far into my YouTube career without trying these viral products? There's quite a few. So that is exactly what I'm going to do today. And I'm quite excited about it. Grab a drink, let's put some makeup on. This is definitely not the right straw for this cup. If I look a bit rough today, it's been a week. I was back in hospital a couple days ago. I'm doing a lot better now. If my face is not looking super fresh, it's because I think I'm still dehydrated, but I'm trying. And I'm back in 2025 with another great Dermatica discount code. Dermatica have been a long time skincare favorite of mine now. They've also been a long time supporter of my channel, which I'm very grateful for. I have used their skincare service for years now, and if anybody was interested in trying it at a reduced rate, my discount code is SOPH50, which gets you 50% off your first 3 months. It's usually $24.99 a month, so with my discount code you can obviously get it for half price. So if you were maybe interested in trying it, you could try it for the 3 months. If it doesn't work for you, you can cancel it at any time. That is my code. I will put it on the screen, I'll put it down below. But in case you didn't know, which I'm sure you do, Dermatica is a personalised skincare subscription service. It arrives through your letterbox every month in this little tube, and they completely tailor the formula to your particular skin needs. So you go over to their website, you fill out a little questionnaire, you put in what your main concerns are for your skin, and there's so many different things that they can help treat, like pigmentation issues, melasma, aging, just general skin brightness, acne. That was one of the main ones I forgot to mention, and I've probably missed a few, so I will leave their website down below, and if you want to go and investigate, have a look. They've got some amazing before and afters as well. I've also got some amazing before and afters, which I will put on the screen, but it's completely personalised, and their dermatology experts will go and have a little look at your skin, have a look at your concerns, and put together a little formula just for you. I'm holding up 2 bottles, by the way, because this one is my little personalised formula. This is actually their vitamin C ascorbic acid serum, which I've been using for, what month are we now? To be fair, I've been using this on and off since before my wedding. I can't actually remember exactly when I started this, but I've had it like on and off in my subscription since then. Best vitamin C serum that I have tried, I guess, because it's literally just like a fresh batch, and again, you can add this on a monthly basis if you want to. But I've said this many times, the reason why this works so well is because they can use ingredients in here which are much stronger than ingredients that you can just buy from like the regular shop, you know what I mean? Some of the ingredients that they use, you can't just buy them over the counter, and they work so well. I have recently had to switch up my formula since finding out I was pregnant. I messaged them immediately like, hello, I'm pregnant, what do I do? I know that I need to use things that are obviously safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding and all of that, and they got back to me literally straight away, switched up my formula, so now I can continue using this throughout my pregnancy. I'm going to show you how I apply this using the vitamin C. The personalized formula, you should only use this at night time. I generally use this in the morning and this in the evening, but just because of the stronger actives, you want to make sure you're using your personalized formula at night time. But this is all you do. 1 pump, spread it out evenly on your face. I like to do 3 little blobs, and then just massage it all in. With your personalized formula, you want to make sure that you're not going too close up to your eyes and like round your mouth where your skin is a bit more sensitive. Just blend it all in. Easy as that. I personally found that it made a huge difference in my skin in terms of reducing my acne scars, improving my skin texture overall, and just reducing the appearance of fine lines. So like I said, my discount code is SOPH50. It gets you 50% off your first 3 months. I will put it on the screen. I'll put it down below. I will leave a link. Thank you Dermatica for sponsoring me again. Let's put some makeup on. Just as my moisturizer, I'm using this Rhode glazing milk, which is very lightweight. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to try is this Nude Sticks Blot and Blur Matte Stick. When this came out, I saw so many influencers doing ads with it. I think they might have done a brand trip around that time where they took a bunch of people to a different country, and so many people were posting about this, and I remember seeing it at the time thinking, I don't know how I feel about that, because people were using it on top of their makeup. So it can be used as like a primer. It's a blot and blur matte stick, and this is a multitasking ultra soft clear balm that blots oil on the go all day. Why does it look like an actual glue stick like this? That's a Pritt stick. Oh wow, okay, it's very matte. You literally cannot see. I think it will make most sense if you see how I've got some shine on my forehead. Let me try and like draw a line down this way. Can you see where that, like, wait, let's try doing it here. Do you see how that's just eliminated shine on this one section? I thought it was going to feel a lot more slippery, but it actually feels quite thick. Wow, that's super mattifying. I don't know why I felt the need to moisturize my face before putting this on, but as a primer, this feels like it will be really nice. I thought it was just going to immediately sort of melt and go really sticky, but it's actually giving me a bit of resistance, which is good, because sometimes these kind of things can be a bit too slippery, and it defeats the whole point of them being mattifying because the slipperiness makes it feel oily. Does that make sense? I'm really liking how that's feeling so far. I do have a little bit of lip balm on, but one sec. Let me just wipe that off, because another thing I'm going to let settle while I'm doing my makeup to see how I feel about it. I have never tried the Dior Lip Glow Oil. This is the Dior Backstage Cherry Oil Infused Lip Oil. I've tried the Plumping Gloss from Dior, but I have never tried this. It's just never appealed to me. To me, this looks so basic, like a bog standard lip oil. I mean, the pack, I like the lid. That's kind of cute. It smells slightly minty. It has the same kind of applicator as the e.l.f. lip oils. I know the e.l.f. ones came afterwards, probably as like a dupe of this, but I love the e.l.f. ones, so let's see how this compares. My lips are super duper dry at the moment and like a little bit cracked, so apologies. Ooh, that does feel, oh, hang on. It's got a bit of a weird sort of like plasticky aftertaste. It's weird, it smells minty, but on my lips it doesn't taste minty. It doesn't have a tingler or anything, which is fine. It feels like a nice formula. Gives a nice bit of shine. I will give it to it. It actually does feel really nice. It's a nice thick texture where it feels like it's gonna stay like that for a while, but we'll see. Some lip oils are really, really thin and actually the texture of a runny sort of oil. This feels more like a hybrid between a gloss and an oil. This foundation was so viral a few months ago, maybe like 6 months ago, and they did actually release, I think it was 30 shades of this cushion foundation. I would say Tirtir, but it might be Tirtir. I don't know. And as you can see, I have a big one here and I have a mini one. They actually sent me a PR package with loads of the mini ones in loads of different shades. It's technically a lie going by the title because I have actually been testing this out. I got excited and I wanted to try it, so I gave it a try. And I opened the shade 21W Natural Ivory in one of the bigger ones because they sent a few shades of the bigger ones as well. I'm going to be trying a different shade today because as you can see, this is not my shade. Even when I have fake tan on, this is still a bit too yellow. This little thing that comes with it, it applies the makeup so nicely. However, how are we supposed to clean these? Because I just cleaned mine today because I opened this up. I'd not used it in maybe like a month. And so I went to open it up and I'd used it like a few times with this little cushion pad thing and I just kept dipping it in and putting it on my face. It's fine now because I've washed it with a little bit of like soap in the sink, but it took quite a while to wash and I was really worried that I was going to rip it. Oh my God, it smelled so bad. I'd left it in here after using it and then I went to use it again and was like, oh my God, like it smelled awful, and I'm guessing that's like a buildup of bacteria on this. So if anybody has a better method of washing these, like washing it daily without destroying it, please let me know. So today I'm going to be trying the shade and I'm really hoping this is going to work for my fair skin. I've been looking at all the swatches. I'm going to open the shade 17N Vanilla and this is in the mini. I don't have any fake tan on at the moment. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger. It does also oxidize a little bit, I noticed. I'm gonna try it. So you dip the little puff into here and it picks up some product. I might do a little bit more than that. Let's give it a double dip. And then, oh, hang on, I can't get both. Okay, there we go. Then you literally just tap it in like this. And oh, I find cushion foundations so satisfying with this little applicator thing. I've tried another cushion foundation before, which I absolutely loved. I think this shade, yeah, I'm glad I stuck with that shade because I think another one would have been too light and a little bit too ghostly, but this is definitely a slightly more yellowy undertone, even though it's supposed to be neutral. Like, whoa, look at that coverage. So this is just from that, well, I was gonna say one dip. I technically did 2 dips, didn't I? But that is all from that one tiny little thing. I've only just looked in the mirror. What is happening around my nose? This foundation does not like this primer. Can you see this? That is not getting on. That is not liking the primer, is it? Can I try and fix it? Oh man. Actually, I'm now like, is that just my skin? I think I'm gonna have to go start again. I've taken that off and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream is what it's called, because I know for a fact that this sits under all makeup nicely. And actually, after removing that, it was my skin. I had a whole load of dry skin, like actually all over my face, which I guess makes sense because I've been super dehydrated at the moment. But yeah, it was my skin. So I'm not gonna go back in with the mattifying primer. Let's try again. I had seen a couple of people review this on TikTok saying that if you have heavily textured skin, you may not like this because it does seem to emphasize some texture, which I probably would agree with after that, but I'd not noticed that before. Like when my skin's been normal, I didn't notice it picking up on any texture, which is strange. So I think I just did myself dirty with the mattifying primer there, which I definitely did not need at the moment. But like, look at that for a half and half. That is some really good coverage. Looking at it now with the moisturizer it underneath, it looks so much smoother around my nose. I'm just gonna take one dip for the other side of my face. I love how easily it spreads, and it is so satisfying with this little makeup puff thing. I forget how good these are at applying foundation. But you could obviously probably just use a brush or a beauty blender. It definitely takes longer to apply with this little mini puff thing compared to the bigger one. Duh. So this is my skin a little bit closer. I am also gonna get even closer for you. I have a couple things to say. It definitely is very shiny, like it does give that sort of glass skin effect. It's very radiant. I don't think if you have super oily skin you will like this foundation, and I would say if you have dry skin, definitely moisturize with a thick moisturizer beforehand so you don't end up like I did. Although if you do have dry skin, I don't see why you would be using a mattifying primer beforehand. That was just my bad, but I would say the coverage is pretty full coverage. I would not say it is 100% full coverage because you can still see tiny areas of redness kind of poking through where I had a couple of spots. I would say it's on the fuller end of like medium to full though, if you get what I mean. But it's definitely cancelled out a lot of like the under eye darkness, the redness around my nose, and just generally my skin overall is looking pretty good now. And I do like the shiny finish. I think it makes my skin look very healthy. However, just be wary that I do think it does pick up on texture a little bit. This is how it looks on the rest of my face. Up close. Looks nice and smooth on my forehead. So far I like how it looks. It looks nice, it feels nice. It doesn't actually feel too heavy. Like it's quite a thin foundation with good coverage. It doesn't feel too thick. And I think that's a pretty good colour match. It does seem to oxidize a little bit. And I think since putting this on my face, has it got slightly darker? Me trying to compare it to my neck. I feel like it's got slightly darker. Then for my concealer, I have got this one from MAC, which is the Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. Again, when this came out, everyone was talking about this. The new foundation that they launched alongside this, I can't use because it has an ingredient in it that I'm allergic to, which is so annoying. I really like the packaging of this. I like the ombre, that's really cool. And this is the shade NC5, and I believe that's the actual colour of the concealer down there. Yep. I can see the concealer moving about. What does this doe foot remind me of? That looks so familiar. Can't actually remember, but it's like a really rounded little doe foot. Ooh, that smells a bit funky. It smells kind of weird. Okay, so let's go. Put some under my eyes. It smells weird. Does anyone else's smell weird? I don't know how to describe that smell. One thing I will note is I put some under my eyes and on these spots, and I'm needing to double dip back in again, which is fine. I just prefer, like, that's just me being super nitpicky. I love a concealer that I don't have to dip back in again and it can do like my whole face, but that's okay. That's okay. Now let's see how it blends in. Oh, it's very thin. Very, very thin. Like, it literally feels like nothing on my face. Wow, my skin is really taking a hit at the moment. It's looking so dry. It's in like just my skin in general. I'm not used to it being this dry. So far, it's blending nicely. Seems to be spreading nice and easily, which is good. In terms of coverage, I would say it's not, again, it's not like a super full coverage concealer. It's more, I'd say, like medium to full. Maybe that shade was a little bit light actually to use on all my spots and stuff and scars, but okay. Honestly, like, it's quite hard to tell. I liked how easily it blended, but I think I'd still want a little bit more coverage. And around my eyes, they're still looking so dry, and that is not the fault of the concealer. That is just my skin at the moment, unfortunately. I was kind of expecting to try this and be like, whoa, that's my new favorite concealer, because I'd seen so many good reviews on it, and I really like how it looks. It looks nice on my skin. It's got a little bit of a glow to it. It's not too dry, but I don't know. It's not blown me away. I think I'll need to try it on like a regular skin day, but I like it and I would use that again, but I'm not like obsessed. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a viral cream. Oh my god, that is leaking so bad. I don't have a viral cream bronzer to test, so I'm just going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one because I'm also going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury cream blushes, which I have not tried before ever. This is just the Contour Wand in Fair Medium. Let me know, are there any viral bronzers that I'm yet to try, like cream bronzers? I've tried so many to the point where I feel like I've tried every single cream bronzer there is on the market. Actually, I think Makeup by Mario has got one that's in a compact rather than a stick. I need to try his blushes because they look gorgeous, like the cream blushes. I do like this Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. It's just a bit messy in the packaging. So when it comes to cream blush, how have I not tried these? These are the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush ones. I love the original Glowgasm, is that what they're called? Like the Pinkgasm blushes. The ones that come in a tube like this, but the original. Really like the Pinkgasm one. I've never tried the matte ones. How did I avoid this for so long? I don't don't know. Because normally when a cream blush comes out, I'm on that straight away. I have got Pillow Talk, which is like, I'm not gonna go for that one. I don't think that's a bit of me. I'm gonna go for this one, which is called Pillow Talk Pop Pink. What a name. Looks like this. Same kind of packaging as the others. The reason these get so messy is if you accidentally squeeze too much out, because you can't get it to go back in again. They do obviously have the stopper so you can stop it, but that doesn't suck it all back up again. So just be careful how much you're squeezing out, she says. So let's give this a try. Dot, dot. Oh, it's really light. I thought it'd be a bit darker than that. Please show up on my face. Okay, I'm gonna start out with just 2 little dots and then let's do one on my nose. Oh, I'm really hoping it's gonna blend out more pigmented than it looks on my face. Okay, phew, you can see it. It's just very light. I swear on other people this looks darker unless I'm thinking of a different shade. Interesting that this one is called, what was it called? Pink Pop or Pop Pink or something? Pink Pop. Because to me, this looks a bit more of a peach kind of colour. Well, that was very easy to blend. It's definitely really light though. I think this would be more suited if you had fair skin, or maybe I just needed to put a bit more on. Let's put on a little bit more. That is a really nice colour, but I would definitely say that's more of a peachy corally colour than just pink. But I'm not mad at that because this is my favourite kind of blush colour to wear. I mean, yeah, that's blended absolutely beautifully and just blended in with the rest of my makeup. My only criticism is I wish the colour was a little bit darker, but maybe that's my fault for thinking it was going to come out this bright and then it comes out a little bit more muted. Actually, that is kind of the colour that's on the tube, but I guess on your face it just doesn't come out as bright. That's a nice colour though. I like it, and I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, that blended really easily. It's nice. I mean, that was a very quick little review, but it's sitting really nice on top of my makeup. It's not separated my foundation. Blended in super easily with the rest of my cream bronzer and everything, and it just required a little dab, 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 and then it was blended. So maybe I need to try other colours. Oh. I meant to do this on the other cheek. This is such an old classic product. The Multiple in Orgasm, their classic shade. I swear this has been around since the early days of YouTube and I have somehow not tried it. It is a big highlightery blush stick. That's what it seems to be anyway. I swear I used to see like Zoella and Tanya Burr and the likes of those kind of people using this. And at the time I was like, ooh, why would anybody want to use a cream blush? Because it just wasn't really my thing. And actually on my hand, it's looking a little bit chunky, I won't lie, but I would still like to try it. I'm just gonna blend it out on one side of my face because I really wanted to try the Nars one. I just forgot it was in there and I got carried away. Just gonna go back over with a little bit of what was left on my foundation puff. So let me just wipe off whatever is left on my brush. I don't want any unfairness here. I'm gonna just apply it straight from this because that's how I tend to find cream blushes apply best. Okay, looks like it actually has a fair bit of pigment. I'm just gonna tap this onto my cheek. Oh no. If I get a whole load of it on my finger, and then let's do a swatch like here. It's supposed to be glowy, but it's just not. It has kind of chunkier bits of glitter in it, but then when you actually blend it out, there's really not that much glow. And it's almost looking matte. Like this Charlotte Tilbury one is giving me more radiance than this side, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm just trying to build it up because it is obviously very light. Eyes, cheeks, and lips. I would not want to put that on my lips. Can you see the texture of it? It's almost a little bit chunky. If anything, this has just shown me how much Nars's blush formulas have developed, because like, where is that? What is that? Compared to this side, this one just kind of seamlessly blended in with my makeup. This one I've added about 5 layers. You still can't really see it. Oh my god. Hang on, it's been a long time since this has happened, but it actually seems to be separating my foundation. Can you see the texture of this? It's almost got like my brush stamp marks in it, which you could say is the brush, but no, that didn't happen on the Charlotte Tilbury side. You see how that one just looks very smooth and it's blended in with my cheek nicely. This one I just feel like has given me a whole load of extra texture that I didn't want. I really don't like that. Since then, Nars have released some nice cream blushes, which makes me think, why does this still exist? Surely nobody's still buying this. I'm so sorry, Nars. I really dislike that. And now I'm mad that I took off the Charlotte Tilbury side because this is not looking nice. I'm gonna try and get rid of it and put the Charlotte Tilbury one back on. Oh boy, what a roller coaster that was. Very interesting, very interesting. Cream blush has come a long way and I'm happy about that. Hang on, just before I set my whole face, I've set my under eyes and like my eyelids around my eyes because I can't not do that. I need to see if this thing can work on the top of makeup because I saw people doing that and using it to like blot and mattify their makeup. But I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna try. First of all, putting some on my sponge and then Wait, I need a mirror to do this. Because I feel like if I draw this directly on my face, I'm gonna try it. Let's try it in this. Wait, no. Just me doing that has made a whole load of texture on my forehead. Let me just try a small little section. Okay, can you see? That has just swiped off my makeup. No. Now I just have a hole in my foundation. Both those methods are a no from me. And can you see now? There's just like the foundation on the end of the stick. The last thing that I'm gonna try with this is, I guess, dabbing it on with my fingers. See if that's maybe a bit more of a gentle way to apply it onto these areas. No. That is still breaking up the makeup and making it look more textured. And it's all coming off on my fingers. It's a no from me. What's wrong with a bit of powder? What's wrong with a bit of powder? For a primer, yeah, I would use that again, just not when my skin is super dry. But for like a blotting thing, not for me. This powder, by the way, is the Collection Blurring Setting Powder, Vitamin Fix one. By the way, the Dior lip oil, still there on my lips. And still feels nice. I do actually kind of rate that, but I don't think that you need to spend that much money on a lip oil to get a lip oil, you know. So I tried the fine brown pen, again, that's got the little brush on one side, like bristle liner thing, and then the 4 prongs on the other side. I have the shade Dark Taupe. I tried this when my hair was blonde. Now that my hair's darker, I still feel like this is too dark. My eyebrows look like an angry bird, I think, which is not really what I was going for. I think I need a lighter shade. I have deliberately not gone in with any extra bronzer. Actually, maybe I could do a bit of bronzer. Even after powdering, you know, I don't think I need extra blush. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of extra bronzer. This is just the NYX Buttermelt bronzer in, all buttered up. But I deliberately have not added any highlighter because, is anyone familiar with the Beauty Crop Wee Sherry Setting Mist? The Hydrating Setting Mist? Because I tried the Vitamin Babe Mist. Was that what it's called? The one in like the orange and yellow packaging. The one that had like the orange packaging was also very similar, kind of like a biphase mist with the oil on the top and the not oil on the bottom, and then you give it a shake and then spray it all over your face. I really liked that one, especially when my skin was going through a phase where I had like dry patches on my cheeks and stuff. My skin loved that stuff, and when your face is matte like this, it just works so nicely to fully bring it back to life. And I'm hoping this one is going to do the same. But this is the Wee Cherie one. There was a good few years where this was all I saw people using on TikTok. Times have moved on, but I never tried it. And so obviously I ordered one off the TikTok shop, and this is their Wee Cherie Hydrating Setting Mist with cherry extracts and hyaluronic acid. I hope it's as fine as the other mist is. Okay, yeah, nice and fine. This is my face before, matte as anything. I am so relieved that this does not have a strong smell. It just smells mildly sort of soapy almost, but I hate the flavour of like artificial cherry, so I was worried it was going to smell strongly of that, but it doesn't, thank goodness. Okay, wait, it's still drying. Immediately, yes. Do you see how that has taken my skin from looking super matte and flat and dry to almost making my makeup look a bit lived in? My favourite time that my makeup looks good is usually like 2 or 3 hours after I've put it on, because that's when my oils start coming through a little bit, but not too much to disrupt my makeup. And that's kind of what this looks like. It takes you from looking like too powdery to your makeup looking a lot more just like skin again, and almost like it's not fully set, which I guess that's the effect that it's supposed to give. Hang on, there's a couple of little blobs that have just taken a while to dry, which I usually just dab like that. But I mean, that seems to me exactly the same kind of thing as the Vitamin Babe, also from the Beauty Crop. Very similar thing, just like different colours and slightly different scent. I really like. Thumbs up. Although these are not the kind of mists that actually prolong your makeup, because they have the oily sort of layer. If I did an eyeshadow swatch and rubbed it, it will smudge. So just bear that in mind. These are more targeted towards like dry skin, and if you want to get rid of that powdery sort of finish. Second to last, I have mascara. This is from MAC, and it is their In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. This mascara, I believe, has been around for many years. I don't think I've ever tried it. I don't remember ever trying a MAC mascara with this packaging. I did used to love, there was like a mini MAC mascara sample that I had, but I loved that. I don't think it was this one, but the brush does look similar. So I don't know. I don't think I've tried this before, but I'm gonna try it now. That is one bristly plastic brush. Tiny little teeth, which I'm hoping are really gonna grip my lashes. Okay, wait, have I tried this before? The brush feels very familiar. It's not too wet of a formula, which I love. That's looking really good. It's surprisingly non-clumpy. I don't know, it looks like it picked up a lot of product from the brush that I was like, oh, that's gonna clump. But no, it really separates out your lashes as it's applying, which is awesome. I've not dipped back in yet, by the way. This is just from one dip, actually. Wow, that's looking amazing. Brush feels very, very familiar. I'm now thinking, I'm like, is this what my old MAC sample mascara was that I really liked? I tried searching on my YouTube channel, but I wouldn't let me go back that far. And I tried typing it in, it didn't come up, so I don't know. Oh my god. This is the longest my lashes have looked in actually years. Oh, if this smudges on me, I'm gonna be so sad. I will have to put a little update in the video. Now that I'm applying more, it's getting a little bit clumpy, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I need to chill out on the layers. It was looking good to start off with. Now I've got a bit carried away. Oh my god, wow, my lashes look amazing. I am very impressed. There you go. I'm really impressed. That looks great. The Dior lip oil is still there 2 hours later. I'm just gonna try and wipe some of it off though, because the final thing that I'm gonna test is the Clinique Almost Lipstick in Black Honey. I don't know why I have avoided this for so long. I think I just thought sometimes darker tinted lip balms pick up on dry patches on my lips. I tried a few in the past and they weren't really for me because they would pick up on all the dry bits and my lips do get quite dry. So I tend to go for slightly lighter, more pink tone tinted lip balms. But this Clinique Black Honey tinted lip balm must be one of the most viral products of the past 5 years. It doesn't really smell of anything other than just like a little bit waxy. I really don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I'm going to try it by itself first and then I might add a bit of lip liner and we'll see if I need it. And just a warning, my lips are really dry at the moment, so. No. Do you see what I mean? Like, I love the colour though. Maybe once I blend it in, it'll be better. Okay, you know what? That is actually better now that I've done this. It's kind of blended it in a little bit more into those cracks in my lips. Actually, I was concerned at first because as soon as I put this on, I guess like as you're swiping it, it sort of settles in to all of those little cracks. But then as long as you do that, it seems to have actually blended that out. That does actually look really nice. Do you see how much better that's looking? I mean, you can still see a little bit here. That's where I had like a crack in my lip yesterday. And it's kind of settling in that a little bit. And it is settling in my lines a little bit. But I don't actually think more than a regular lipstick would, to be honest. I would actually wear that again. I thought it was gonna come out a little bit too plummy for me, but actually it's not too plum on the lips. It's a really nice neutral kind of shade. I actually quite like that. It feels nice and hydrating as well. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. It's a nice middle-ish kind of texture. It does feel like a lip balm. Smells a little bit like the Burt's Bees lip balms, that waxy kind of smell. But actually that does feel nice. I mean, it is just a tinted lip balm at the end of the day. Everybody lost their mind over it, but that does look nice. And I don't think I necessarily needed a lip liner. Like, it gave me enough colour and definition, so fair play. So this is my finished face of these viral makeup products. Let me know what you think. There you go, guys. That is me testing a full face of things that I have never tested before. I did need to go and crack open a cold Diet Coke to get me through the end of this video, but we made it through. We made it through. Please let me know if there are any other viral makeup products that you would like me to try that you don't think I've tested already. I've tried a lot. I've tried many a viral product, but there are still things that I miss, and for some reason I've just never got around to testing. So let me know if there's anything else and I can do another one of these videos. But if you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. That really, really helps me out. And subscribe, because yeah, I can do another one of these videos. Like I said, I'm testing viral stuff all the time. I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, leave me a little comment. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm still here and I will try and get back to you. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are good and I will see you in my next video. Bye.